Hi everybody, my name is Ash. I'm one of the community midwives in Brighton. So you might meet me at my clinic or at a home birth or potentially doing some postnatal support or breastfeeding support for you on the phone. Today I wanted to talk to you about decision making during your care. So what is the role of the midwife or doctor who's taking care of you, and what is your role as the pregnant person or parent to a new baby? And the kind of decisions that I'm referring to are interventions that are being suggested. So in early pregnancy, this might refer to extra screening tests. During your pregnancy, it might refer to positioning of the baby. What would you want to do if you found out that your baby was breech in the last couple of months, for example? So, what is our role as midwives or as doctors? Well, our role is to provide advice and evidence-based recommendations. So that means that we use our professional guidelines to inform the information that we give you. Also our clinical judgments and our knowledge of your individual circumstances. And your role as the pregnant person or as the parent to a new baby is to weigh up this objective information, apply it to yourself and your own personal circumstances, and to make a decision based off of that. And there's 5 different factors which you might find useful to consider when you're making these kind of decisions. And there's a useful acronym, and it's called BRAIN. So let's take it through one by one. So the first one, B. B stands for the benefits. What's the reason why this intervention is being suggested? What are we hoping to achieve for you or the pregnancy or for your baby with this intervention? What are the benefits? Next up we have R. Now the R stands for risks. What are the risks of the intervention being suggested to you, to your baby, or to the ongoing pregnancy? Now just a quick note that there are always going to be risks, because everything in life involves risks. Even getting in the car to travel to the supermarket, that involves risks. But the benefits of being able to get some food outweigh the risks of getting there. And the same applies to any kind of clinical intervention which we might suggest. There are going to be benefits, otherwise we wouldn't be suggesting it, but there are going to be risks as well, because anytime we take action there's some risk involved. And our job, as well as yours, is to weigh up those risks and benefits and see how the scales balance up for you as an individual. Next up we have A, standing for the alternatives. Occasionally there's an alternative intervention that might be able to achieve the same result. Sometimes there isn't, but it's always worth asking and just double checking with your midwife or doctor that you've got all the information that you need. Up next we have I, standing for intuition. What's your gut feeling about this situation? Is your gut telling you that there's a concern about you or your baby? Or is your gut telling you that actually things are okay at the moment? Now, I'm not suggesting that you make decisions based entirely on your intuition, but it's there as a prompt for you to check in with what your instincts are telling you, so it can be useful. And then finally we have N, which stands for nothing. What would happen if we didn't do this intervention? What would happen if we did nothing? What would be the outcomes for you or for your baby or the pregnancy? So, just to summarise, we've got BRAIN, 5 different factors, all worth considering. B for benefits, R for risks, A for alternatives, I for your intuition, and last up N for nothing. Hopefully those 5 factors can help to structure the conversations that you have with your midwife or doctor about any suggested intervention. And just a quick note that there is almost always time to have that conversation. Occasionally us as healthcare professionals, because we're used to talking about these interventions on a daily basis, it's quite easy for us to summarise them in a nutshell. But please don't be afraid if you do want to have a bit more of a detailed conversation with us. Just tell us. Ask, have we got 2 minutes to talk about this a little bit more thoroughly? Or could I have a few minutes on my own with my partner to talk about what you told us, and we can weigh up that information together? It's very, very rare in our line of work that there is an immediate danger to you or your baby that means that we don't have time to have these conversations. There almost always is time to have a really detailed conversation, because it's important to us as your care providers that you feel fully informed, and not only do you feel like you're consenting, but you feel like you're an active team player in decision making. And that's going to help you to have not only a safe experience of your pregnancy and birth, but also a positive and empowered one. And that's really important to us. Hope this has been useful for you today, and don't forget to check out our other videos on the antenatal education mini clips as well. Thanks. Bye.